right? No, I'll use this side. This is the good side. Okay, horns up and welcome to the live stream. There you can see what I'm doing now. Awesome. So we are doing a live cook along today. So we are making chicken thighs in a creamy mustard sauce. Now the thing about this recipe is it is also keto and low carb friendly, so that's a plus for those of you who are following either lifestyle. This can also be made high protein by using less fat in it and skinless chicken and using chicken breast. So lots of variations can be made on this recipe. So we will wait for a few minutes for everyone who is cooking along to join. Meanwhile, I will run you through the ingredients. And how I like to approach the live stream is that we first do mise en place, which is getting all your ingredients ready, and then starting to cook, so that we are operating in a well organized manner. And I have the live stream going on two channels right now. We've got the new Headbangers Kitchen and we've got HK's Keto and Low Carb Recipes. I have two channels on YouTube that are now split up, so this recipe works for both. So let's rock and roll. Okay, so the first thing is the chicken. Now I've got full chicken legs because they were purchased instead of just thighs. But these have been deboned and they are with the skin on. You can make this recipe with pork chops, you can make it with steak, you can make it with fish as well, you can make it with chicken breast, you can make it with any protein you like. Just remember the cooking time will vary based on the protein. I like chicken thighs and legs because they are nice and fatty. You can cook them for a longer period of time, no problem. They are fairly juicy even then. And skin on because, well, who doesn't like chicken with skin, right? I love chicken skin, I don't know about you. So boneless skin on chicken thighs and legs. So this is the entire leg, the drum and the thigh. You can use just chicken thighs and get about 4. So this is, I've got 2 full legs. Look at the size of that. That's huge. It's a massive chicken leg. Look at that. It's pretty big. So one is more than sufficient for a person. You can probably feed 3 people with smaller appetites. Then of course the main ingredient, which is 2 different kinds of mustard. Now I didn't have a Djon mustard at home, so I got this yellow mustard and I got whole grain mustard. So both these will give you a sort of nice mustardy kick. You can make it with just one kind of mustard as well, no problem. You can pick your favorite mustard. The only mustard I'll tell you not to probably use is your yellow hot dog mustard. That's probably not going to taste as good. But Dijon or whole grain, in my opinion, whole grain mustard will be the best. Then of course we got some garlic, because why not? You should make everything with garlic. We got some onion here, just 1 small red onion. We got some parsley here, just, I think this is curly parsley, slightly curly parsley, not fully curly. Flat leaf parsley does the job as well. You can also use chives, but I think parsley works well. Got some oil, olive oil to fry in. Now you want some kind of vinegar. I thought I had white wine vinegar at home, but I had only red wine vinegar, so I'm going to use lemon juice. You want just a little bit of acidity, to the dish. And then of course I've got some cream. This is, in India we use this cream. This is like a 25% fat cream, and it's good for this recipe. Now I needed chicken stock, and since I didn't have chicken stock at home, I'm using a stock cube. So we got a stock cube here. And hello to everyone who's joined the live stream. Good to see you all here. In terms of seasoning for the chicken, we've got black pepper, smoked paprika, and good old salt. That's all we really need. So that's pretty much everything that we need for this recipe. And hopefully you guys are all prepped and ready. Your parsley is washed, your garlic is peeled, your onion is ready to go as well. Now obviously the first thing I need to do is make my chicken stock because it's a cube. So I'm going to get the measuring jug. Now if your chicken stock is ready, then you're good to go. So I'm going to put this in here. And then I'm going to fill it up with some water. So this cube makes about half a liter of stock. It's about 450 ml. I like my stock a little concentrated, so actually forget it. Let's just make the whole thing properly. All right. What chicken broth are you using? Sorry, I missed it. So this is actually not even a chicken stock cube. This is a pork stock cube I got from Thailand. Now I'm just going to microwave this for like a minute. So this will warm up the water and help dissolve the cube. So into the microwave and let that heat up for a minute. All right. Meanwhile, let us chop the parsley. So I've got some parsley here. Now you can pluck the leaves and throw away this stalk. I'm just too lazy, so I chop everything. I just bunch it up like this. Hopefully you guys can see it. Yeah, they can. And just give it a good chop. You can chop it however fine you like it. Make sure your knife is nice and sharp because you don't want to really bruise the herbs much. So if you have a dull knife, what will happen is you'll bruise the parsley rather than cutting it. I've got one extra stalk here that's a little big. Let's cut that down. Great, so that's my parsley. I don't need it super fine. So that should do the job. In it goes. And there the water has been heated as well for the stock. Hopefully you guys are chopping your parsley. And of course, if you can't get fresh parsley, don't worry. You can also use dried parsley, no problem. So chop your parsley nice and fine. And that's good to go. Let's get the stock out now. Alright, now just give it a good mix. Give it all a good mix. Break that cube up. So I don't know which country you guys are from, but let me know if you get like ready to use liquid chicken stock where you live. Thank you, Om Mathur, for the kind words. So yeah, in India, you do get some companies selling bone broth and stuff like that, but it's quite pricey. So I prefer to use these stock cubes, and normally whenever I travel outside India, I will buy like a big packet of different flavors. So I'll get pork, I'll get beef, I'll get chicken, sometimes even fish. I've got a tom yum stock cube from a trip to Bangkok. Okay, I'm gonna heat this up some more. This is not hot enough. 1 minute was not enough in the microwave. Another 1 minute to go. So while that's happening, let's chop our onions. Hey, great to see you all again as well. Please do a walkthrough of your new kitchen next time. So there's already a video on my channel showing my new house, so check it out. Right, now to chop the onions, look, this recipe, there's no fixed way to chop it. If you want to do like saute slices, if you like a little more onion in your sauce, then you can do that. If you prefer it more fine, you can go ahead and make a fine chop. I think normally I'm very lazy, so I'll just do like a saute chop. So today let's play around a little. So I'm actually going to just make this piece a little smaller. Don't ask me why I cut onions this way. So I'm going for a small dice of onion. So they will sort of almost dissolve into the sauce. That's the idea. There we go. So you got a nice Let's run my knife through it once again. So you got a nice dice there of onions. I'm also going to say that we're going to edit the recipe a little bit right now, in the sense that I don't think we will use a full onion. So this half of the onion is going to go away. We will use only half an onion, because I think that will be enough for this recipe. We don't want too much onion in. And of course, if you're on the keto or the low carb diet, you don't want too much onion either. So let's cut it into a nice small dice, really finely. You can also use a shallot if you have access to a shallot, no problem. That's probably more appropriate size wise. Oops, I just dropped my chef's towel, which I'm just going to keep on the side. It's easier than keeping it in my pants. The towel, easier than keeping the towel in my pants. Like I just tucked it into my pocket just in case anyone's getting some bright ideas. Right, let's chop this onion up. Okay. Yeah, so nice fine dice on the onion. Perfect. Yeah, so I think half an onion should be good. Now the other thing is, when you are cooking like this, now for example, if I was doing this as a recipe trial, now I took out an entire onion but I didn't use it. So what I will do is I will get my scale out now, and I will get a bowl out. Yeah, so right, I'll get a bowl out, and now I will weigh out the onion. So let's see how much onion we are using. And this way, whether you are doing keto or not, you get a track of a precise amount of what you used in the recipe, and you'll also can calculate your macros very easily. While this may not matter how much onion I'm using in this recipe in terms of calories, but like to weigh out your chicken, your beef. I'm also dropping things all over the place, so let's put everything in here. Don't waste anything. There we go. And that is exactly 38 grams of onion. So I guess anywhere between 35 to 50 grams is fine. So yeah, now I know exactly how much onion I'm using in the recipe. And for example, if I had added this onion as well, that is about another 46 grams. So 47 plus 38 is 45, 85. So it would be 85 grams of onion. I don't think I need that much onion because it's a mustard sauce. So I think we're good. Let's get the stock out. Do I want to warm it up a little bit more? Throw this in the bin. Okay, so we're almost done with all the mise en place. The only thing left to do is to get the stock ready and crush the garlic. Now, you can chop the garlic, but I just prefer, I should have put this in the equipment list. I prefer to use this garlic crusher. I much prefer the way the garlic dissipates in the recipe when it's done with this. Alright, let's get this out. Great, so this is our pork stock. Yeah.
So Paul said your video is stuck on repeat about the vinegar you're using.
What does that mean? Is anyone else complaining about it?
No, only one person said.
Okay, fantastic. Then we should be okay. What you can do is, if you want, put the phone down and you can check it on my computer if it's playing fine. Just go on the computer and or turn the camera. No. You can go and just click the mouse once and click the keyboard once. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's rock and roll. Live streaming on 2 channels. All right, let's taste the stock. Hot, but perfect. Okay, our stock is ready as well. And now the final thing to do is to mince the garlic. So the garlic goes in. Let's get all those cloves in there. All right, let's go. Shove that garlic in. Okay, let's rock and roll. There we go. That's all our garlic. Perfect. Excellent. Now, I also like to not waste these garlic skins. So they all go in as well. Don't waste any of the garlic. Perfect. There we go. Done. All right. Excellent. So, is the video still stuck? Hi guys. Okay, now we are fully ready. Hopefully all of you are fine as well.
Nothing is plain.
Nothing is playing, meaning?
It's just showing up blank screen.
Okay guys, we're going to figure this out.
Can you just ask them and see?
You guys, is it playing okay? Is everything okay on this live stream? Sorry guys, maybe a technical difficulty and a very annoying crow that I'm going to go and shoo away. Ah, he's gone. Okay. Yeah, it's down to 2 people on the stream. Maybe it's gotten stuck. Gotta hate technical difficulties. Alright, anyway, we're going to get our stove out now. There we go. Oh, wait, we have to season the chicken.
Oh, yeah. It's proper.
It's proper? Okay, cool. But that's all I need to know. Which channel are you on? You're on the wrong channel. You have to see the live stream on the HK's Keto and Low Carb. Which channel are you watching it on? Anyway, let's get on to seasoning the chicken. I blew a breaker while trying to defrost my broth, so I'm a bit behind. Oh no! Don't worry, you will catch up with us. So it's not working. Check now. Hit refresh.
Yeah.
It's fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was it?
I don't know.
What did you do?
I don't know. Okay.
You don't know what you did.
No. It might have been your computer.
Computer. This.
Here we go. Okay, let's get on to seasoning the chicken now. So, let's get it going. Like I said, these are... Now, in India, it's much like you can go to the butcher or the poultry guy and they'll do this for you. Because in India, you don't really get skin on chicken much. You mostly get, well, without the skin. So, right. Now we need to season this. I will first just pat it dry in case your chicken is a little moist or wet. You just want to pat it dry. Perfect. So, okay, now seasonings. Like I said, salt, pepper, paprika, 3 things. So a little bit of salt, drop it from a height. There we go. Alright, that should be fine. That's a salt. Let's go with some pepper. So in India we get pepper powder like this that you can buy, and it just makes it easier rather than grinding fresh pepper on this. And it's quite peppery as well. It hasn't lost a lot of flavor. pepper, and our smoked paprika. You can also use chili powder if you want something a little hot. You can use some cayenne pepper. Yeah. Generous amount of paprika. Perfect. Okay. That's plenty of paprika. Now, I'm not going to use the paprika and the pepper on the skin side, because that's the side I'm going to cook first, and I'm going to cook it at a relatively higher heat to get a nice sear, and I don't want the paprika to burn. So yeah, that's the chicken. Again, you want to just pat it dry. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, let's pat it dry. Okay, that's pretty dry. And now just a good seasoning of salt. Drop it from a height so it spreads evenly. Okay, I think that should. You don't want to over salt it. There we go. Because remember, my stock has salt as well. If your salt has no stock, you can be a little more heavy-handed with the seasoning.
If your salt has no stock.
Oh, if your stock has no salt, you can be a little more heavy-handed with the seasoning. And that is our chickenated. That's our chicken marinated and ready now. Alright, so I'm just going to keep this on the side and I'm going to get the stove. Okay, now it's time to cook. By the way, I'm curious, do you have a gas stove or do you have a induction cooker? What kind of cooking apparatus do you have? So I'm going to be using my trusty cast iron pan today, which has been freshly seasoned, and it should be big enough for this job. Right? Okay. And now the handles of the cast iron get hot, so I've got one of these gloves, silicone gloves to be safe. Okay, let's turn the pan on. Wait, are you guys ready? So if you check my website, there is a like this recipe is already written out, and you can see the calories per portion. But like I said, if you use half and half instead of heavy cream, if you use chicken breast instead of chicken thighs, and if you use less fat when cooking and chicken without skin, it will be far lower in calories. So anyway, let's rock and roll. All right. Let's get the cast iron nice and hot. Gas hob plus electric oven. Nice. Yeah, so my house has a electric hob, and it has definitely taken some getting used to. So yeah, that's interesting. For me, I had to completely relearn how I cook a few things at least, because I'm so used to fire and like being able to flambe things. So yeah, took some getting used to, but now I'm fine with it. Alright, so like I've told you guys on previous live streams, this stove does not have too much flexibility on the heat. It doesn't go like super low, so it may get a little too hot, and then there's no way to lower the heat without turning it off. So I'm going to basically be rushing through this thing, but let's rock and roll. And hopefully both live streams are working fine now. Okay, so I'm going to heat up some oil now. Now I was going to use olive oil, but since I deep fried some chicken wings yesterday, I figured I'd just use the chicken wing oil. So a little goes in. I don't need too much, because like I said, I'm using chicken with skin, so that will also release a fair amount of fat. Let's rock and roll. Okay, just enough to coat the entire cast iron, because the last thing I want is the chicken to stick, and that can happen sometimes. Alright, there we go. Cast iron looks like it's getting nice and hot. And even if you do start it out on a slightly lower heat, it's not a problem because again, like I said, I've got chicken with skin on, so it can take a lot more cooking because we really want to get some nice crispiness on the skin. So let's get the first piece in. Yes, that's the nice sizzling sound I want to hear. And it's not sticking, so that's another good sign. Excellent. And ladies and gentlemen, we have liftoff. We have the chicken cooking. Hopefully you guys can see everything properly. I will lower this a little bit, so there you go. Hopefully you are getting a better view now. Perfect, and you can still see my ugly mug.
Mug?
Huh?
What mug?
The face is called a mug, like mug shot.
Oh, I was going to say what mug you're talking
Yes,
about.
mug shot. Right, I will need another plate as well because I will remove the chicken at some point when we are making the sauce component.
Okay, Joy said try to watch, but your stream isn't loading. Actually, it's just taking a bit of time to load.
But why? Hold on.
Why? Hold this. Let me use it.
Oh no wonder.
What?
Maybe you are on the wrong network. Okay guys, hopefully now we have a... Is the stream okay now? There you go. Refresh that browser.
Yeah.
Okay, just no, turn that off because that will also take bandwidth. Yeah, it's working fine. Just shut, make sure it's off. Okay. Yep, this channel is properly. Cook you mad. This channel has been excellent. Thank you so much. Alright, now I can smell that lovely chicken skin crisping up. Still got some time. It's getting there. Gonna move the pan around a little bit because we want the heat to be evenly distributed. And this is the part which is like boring. You just have to wait and do nothing because you want to achieve that crispy golden brown chicken skin. And there's nothing you can do but be patient. Now what you could also do was get a brick, wrap it in foil and put it on top of this and you got brick chicken.
Second, see if they can hear.
Can you guys hear what I'm saying? Because sometimes when a call comes in, it goes for a toss. By the way guys, I have a new recipe coming out soon for an incredible duck curry. How many of you eat duck? I'm curious. Oh, speaking of duck, let me just show you something. I'm going to be cooking these for dinner today. This is some duck breast that I have been dry aging in my fridge. So just put salt on it and let it just age in the fridge for like 2-3 days, 6 days even, and it gets like super flavorful and intense. So yeah, this will be dinner tonight. Let me know if you guys would like me to do some videos on dry aging duck, if this works out well. Okay, we're going to check on the chicken, and this little piece of chicken that I had is becoming nice and crisp. can still press it down a little bit so that the skin is in contact with the pan. Yeah, it can still get a little crisper. And obviously the chicken itself is releasing some fat. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Yeah, so you can dry age almost any meat. Yes, be careful, the fat will splatter. I don't even know what piece of chicken this is.
This is so weird.
I don't know what part it is, it just fell down into the mix. Okay, so now I think we've got a decent sear. So let's flip this. Oh, nice. Look at that golden skin. Yeah, look at that nice and crispy golden skin. But you guys know me, I'm a pyromaniac, so say hello to my little friend. Oh, give a little bit of flame love. Don't worry, this is an optional step. Okay, done. Okay, so now what we want to do is we just want to give the other side a little bit of time to not crisp up, but just get like a little hard sear. Yeah. And then we can get to making the sauce. I mean, like you can, like I said, you can put some weight on the chicken also to make sure the skin is like completely touching the bottom of the pan and the smoke is going straight into my lungs. So it's not so easy to talk. But anyway, alright, let's check this chicken. Now obviously chicken thighs take a little more time to cook than say chicken breast, which would have been done by now. Let's check. Nice. I'll give this a little more time to cook. And you can even flip the chicken one more time and just give the skin another crack at the pan. Let's do that. Give it a little crack. A little more weight on it. And now it will get some more of that flavor from the bottom of the pan. But you want to make sure nothing burns as well. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. So now I'm going to take these out of the pan and set them aside. They are not fully cooked. Just remember that these are not fully cooked. Okay. And now in goes some
Small piece of chicken.
that's okay. In goes a small knob of butter, which I forgot to mention earlier, but it was there in the ingredient list. So in goes the butter, and in go are onions. Okay. And I'm going to now take this tiny piece of chicken out. Okay. And now you want to saute this. Now if everything is too hot in your pan and it is slightly, like you can see this is starting to get very dark, I'm going to deglaze it right now with the vinegar. Yeah, just a nice teaspoon of that vinegar. It just helps to deglaze the pan. And continue now to saute the onions. Woo! And now, like I've mentioned to you guys, because the heat on my pan cannot go lower than this, vinegar fumes. Woo! I have to work at a lightning pace because I don't want any burnt bits at the bottom of my pan. So yeah, the vinegar fumes have gone. Now I'm going to throw in my garlic. There we go. and saute that. Give it all a good mix. Hopefully your house has better ventilation so your eyes are not burning from the vinegar fumes. Yum. I mean, it smells good. Vinegary. Nice. Beautiful. You want to cook down that onion and the garlic and you'll start to get that lovely fragrance of the garlic. That's when you know things are good. Woo!
Okay. Do you have one question?
Yeah, go for it.
How does dry aging change the flavor of the meat, or does it only change the texture?
It intensifies the flavor. Like it makes it more beefy, makes it more gamey, depending on what you're dry aging. And of course, because you tend to dry out the surface, you get a much harder sear on the meat. And texturally, that totally like gives you like this crispy outside of the meat. And also, it's supposed to make things a little more tender, but I haven't always found that to be the case. In fact, I've sometimes found it the other way around.
It's more tougher.
More?
Tougher you feel.
I feel like it's not like extra,
Okay.
But not, again, it might also depend on my dry aging process and the meat itself, so yeah.
Can you dry age chicken?
Yeah, but probably not for like too long. I think Guga might have a video on that. Okay guys, now we got to get our stock in because again the pan is getting hot. So I've used about
100,
it was 500 ml.
350 now.
Okay, so let's make it 3. Let's use 200 ml of stock.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So we got 200 ml of stock now. Now you properly deglaze the pan. Lovely. Yeah, now this is our chicken stock with the shallots, or onion actually, and also with the garlic. So we've got some loads of flavor in there, and I'm like stirring it so that the pan will like deglaze properly every little brown bit. So now into the stock. There we go, beautiful. Mine has already come up to a boil. Yours might take a little more time. So now into this I'm going to add the mustard. So we got the Djon or whatever's like Djon mustard that I have, and we got the whole grain mustard. So I have used 2 different kinds of mustard because I like the texture and the flavor it brings. Now you mix that well. Now our mustard sauce is. Now if you guys are using double cream or if you don't live in India and if you're not using Amul cream, you would put the cream in right now as well because your cream can handle the heat. This Amul cream has a tendency to split sometimes, so which is why I'm not adding it in right now. So I've just given this a good mix here. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our chicken and the small little piece of chicken that's there, I'm going to eat it. Oh, it's bone. Now I'm going to pour in these resting juices here. Is it hung?
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Oh, yeah.
That's problem. Yeah. What is that? We have to figure out
how to stop the calls from coming in now.
Yes. Alright, there we go. That goes back. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, give it a mix.
It smells good.
Smells mustardy, very mustardy. So if you don't like mustard, you're not going to enjoy this dish, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, in goes the chicken. There we go. Yeah. And make sure you scrape out every bit of juice from the plate. That's why I love these silicone spatulas, because they can literally get every last drop of food. You waste nothing. Perfect. Now I need to cook this till the chicken is done. You can cover it and cook it. I'm trying to avoid doing that. Not that the skin will stay like super crisp, but because anyway there's plenty of sauce. But yeah, let this just cook here. What I'm also going to do is I am going to taste my sauce so that I know how much I need to adjust the seasoning if I do at all. So always taste your sauce. Obviously once the cream goes in it will mellow out because right now it feels like it will be very intense. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, very, very vibrant, very fresh. Lovely. In fact, I mean, if you want to keep the calories down, don't even add the cream. You can just have it like this. Put a little cornstarch in it and thicken it. But yeah, that's delicious. I'm quite happy with that. You can see this is boiling because I can't lower the heat any more than this. But the chicken is braising and finishing cooking. What I can do though is I can use the meat thermometer. A very essential tool to have in your kitchen is a meat thermometer. So you can know when the meat is done. Sometimes you may feel that the meat is not ready, but it may actually be. So I'm just going to take that. Okay, I'm going to probe like the thickest part of the thigh. Like somewhere around here, let's throw. And right now it is about 57 degrees, 58. It needs to go to 70 or 68 actually. Let's try this one. Yeah, so this is about 60. So another 5-7 minutes and it should be good to go. Actually even less than that. Perfect. Just let this cook and reduce down. I mean, that looks good. They look, I joined them together. It's like a puzzle. Looks like one big giant chicken piece. This will not go any lower, the heat. Try to lower it as much as possible, but that's about it. Ah, okay, perfect. Yeah, you can always skip the cream. Like I said, if you don't care about the thickness of the sauce, you can also reduce the sauce down a little bit. Keep giving it a stir because you see the foam at the edges. There we go. Let's get everything down from the edge. All right. You can always, let's go back in and check the, yeah, this is about 63, 64. So this is almost cooked actually. Like it's safe to eat now and I don't want to overcook it too much. Yeah, 67, we're done. That's cooked. 68, so now I'm going to turn the heat off because this is otherwise going to keep cooking any which way. And since we're not removing it from the pan, it doesn't make sense to just keep cooking it. So now I'm going to add in the cream, which will of course lower the temperature as well. But it will not split the cream at least. Okay. Oops. Yes, shake the cream. Shake the cream. Shake, shake, shake. Because this cream actually splits into like a thicker part and a watery part. See, you can hear it. That does not sound good. Okay. Should be enough. And how much cream you want to add is up to you. I think, oh, that's quite liquid. Okay, that's more than enough cream. Alright, let's give that a mix. Perfect. Yeah, that's a good mix. Now, like I said, if you live in any other country or if you're using any other cream other than Amul, so if you live in India, there's a cream called Delecta cream, which doesn't split when cooked. Amul is like, it depends on the mood. Sometimes Amul will manage in the dish, sometimes it will like split ASAP. Alright, so now we got to taste the sauce once more. Oh, perfect. That's really good. I mean, I could put a little bit more pepper in the sauce. So I'm going to give it a pinch of pepper. If you like your sauce more peppery, a little more pepper in the sauce for sure. And then in goes the parsley. So I will put some in the sauce and then I will just mix the sauce first. Because I don't want to disturb the chicken too much. Like I don't want to pour the sauce over the chicken right now. Though it is going to happen, it's inevitable. There we go. Of course, you don't have to be as gentle as I'm being. You can be as brutal as you like. All right, there we go. Our sauce is mixed with the parsley as well. And now I'm going to finish it with the rest of the parsley on top. And there you have it. I was a bit heavy-handed with the parsley. We could have put a little less, but it's all good. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Your chicken in a mustard sauce is ready. Let's see if I can hold this up for you guys. Check it out. Actually, it might be smarter to bring the camera to the... Oh, the zoom button works. There, the zoom button. Why did I forget about the zoom button? There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. I can give you another zoom. Look at that beautiful chicken. Oh, yeah. Actually, I can take you guys off the thing for now. So let me show you guys. Oh, my hair's a mess. There you go. And hello to you guys. See, there's a double live stream happening. And just look at that. Looks good if you ask me. We got that nice creamy sauce. Now look, the sauce may be a bit liquid, so you can reduce it down if you want it to be less liquid. You can also add in some corn flour. So a little bit of water, a little bit of cornstarch, and then you add it to this. I'm not doing that because I'm okay with this. You know, I'll eat it with some rice maybe, or a nice piece of bread to mop this up. Yes, why not? So do you guys know what fugias are? How many of you know what a fugia is? So fugia is, it's like these little donuts. Little donuts. Wait, I'm going to put this back now. Put this back here. Yeah, there we go. Oh yes, you can put it on a mashed potato as well. So fugia, these little balls, they're like donuts basically. And they are slightly sweet, but they're yeasted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are yeasted donut balls.
Fermented, more like fermented than yeasted, I think.
Means is there no yeast in it?
There is some amount of yeast.
So yeasted fermented donut balls from which community?
East Indian.
East Indian community. It's literally a donut. It's like a donut ball. And if you
just looks like a gulab jam.
yeah, if you tear it open, you can see it's the texture is like bready. It's like bread. So you can let's take some of the sauce. Few spoons of the sauce in this bowl. Let's get the fugia. Let's just drop it in the sauce. Just let's soak that sauce up. Oh yeah. Whoa. There we go. Oh yeah. That's so good. I'm going to let soak a little more. I just let soak a little more. But that is yum. I know what you're thinking. How can... Thank you, Dipti. It's always endearing to hear what you have to say.
It's acetic acid. Are you using vinegar?
Yeah,
That's why it smells like my kimchi.
correct. All right, let's cut a piece of the chicken.
Putting it on a plate.
No, that's the beauty of cast iron. You can use a... That's okay, I got them. There we go. Look at that beautiful, juicy chicken. Look at that chicken. I'll show you guys as well. Fugias, Fugias, Fugias. Look at that chicken. It is fully cooked, guys, and it is still so juicy. And that's why I say the meat thermometer is the best. Accuracy at its finest. There we go. There's a little blur on this camera, but we'll use
Put
this.
it a little back and then.
Yeah, and then zoom in there. Look at that juicy chicken. Oh yeah, and the fugia there soaking in the sauce. And there we go. Just look at that cross section. Hey, little suburbia, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I'm definitely going to cut myself a piece of chicken now. This one is for you, dedicated to you. Nice piece of chicken there. Let's get the fugia as well. Oh, look at that. Okay, I should not stab myself while I'm doing this. That's a lot of food to fit into my mouth in one go, but that is delicious. And there you have it, folks. Chicken in a creamy mustard sauce, done and ready. Exciting. Now I'm not going to eat my entire lunch here today, or maybe I am, I don't know. But I will start a bit of cleanup while we can still talk about things. You can let me know if you have any questions about any of the things we have done right now. If you're still catching up with me, let me know if you managed to finish cooking or not. I will slowly pack away some things just to make space. So this is done, so I'm going to put this onto the hob at the back. There we go. And I will put the stove away as well on the side. Okay. Once the stove is gone, I have enough place. Perfect. Right. So now we can get chatting. We've got one phone here, one phone here. Once again, thank you so much, Little Suburbia, for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Here we go. Who's making that noise? Okay, that's good. Now my actual lunch was supposed to be something else completely. Supposed to be, do you want to eat the Thai curry, the fish Thai curry? Or you prefer to eat this?
I don't know anything. What are we finishing?
The fish curry is going to be finished as well as this. As in, this does not be finished. This can, but the fish curry is, I think, enough for one person. Anyway, we will get all the food out and we will decide who eats what. We got to finish off everything because I'm going to Malaysia tomorrow for a holiday. Awesome. Lovely. So great to hear that the keto book is getting you to cook. So that's awesome. Perfect. The sauce, so I'll explain it once again. Once the chicken is seared, remove it from the pan. Fry your onion or shallot in some butter. Deglaze with a little white wine vinegar. Add the garlic. Once it's nicely cooked, you throw in your chicken stock, add in your mustard, stir that, put the chicken back, let it finish cooking, add in your heavy cream and your parsley, and we're done. It's super easy. It's like one of the easiest dishes ever. So, what are we going to do now? We're going to get the chair to sit down because there we go. Right, so let me get the food now quickly. Okay, here we go. So here I have a Thai fish curry that I made, which I'm going to warm up. And here I've got some rice, which has been cooked in pork stock and also some pork sausage juices. So lots of fun leftovers for my actual lunch. Keep that over there, it's fine. I'll use all the things. There we go. Yes, yes, Fugias look a bit like hush puppies. Alright, so that's, it's like Google to explain it. Okay. Lovely. Now, I normally weigh out my food when I'm eating lunch. So I've got the scale here. I got a bowl. And I need a spoon. Great, so that fish curry might be done. At least I will eat about 100 grams of rice. I don't eat more than like 105, maximum 115. So, okay, let's get 100 grams of rice. There we go, that's 55. 86. There we go, 109 grams, okay. I'll use this only. Now here's the, oh, it's still cold. Just put this for another minute.
Is it in the freezer?
No, it's in the fridge. Just put for another 1 minute. So just basically let the curry, because the coconut milk sort of becomes like jelly. So heat it and then it becomes a little liquid. Am I still on my fat loss journey or am I eating at maintenance? I'm mostly eating at maintenance right now because I eat food for a living. So I make food blogs, I make recipe videos, I do live streams. So I've just kind of stuck to the maintenance for now. And I'm going on vacation, so I'm going to put on 4 kilos for sure. And when I come back, then I will be back on my fat loss phase. So, you know what I realized? Like, this is a lifelong thing. So you're never going to be 100% happy. It's better to make changes that are sustainable and live a lifestyle of something you can sustain for long term. Obviously, if you're obese, if you've got a medical condition, if it requires more care, it's a different story, you know. But if you're just normal, if all your blood work is fine, don't think there's much to worry about. Okay, that's good. That should be hopefully a little more liquid now. That is done. Perfect.
Is it done?
Yeah. Enough for me to scoop it out. Okay, not bad. So there's some veggies also. Let's reset this. So you'll eat the chicken then? You want to eat the fish? Which you
No,
prefer?
you eat the fish.
Okay. So that's a big piece of fish. Let's see how much it weighs. Whoa, 100 grams of fish. Perfect. And then I will eat some veggies and the gravy, of course. There we go. I mean, I guess I gotta finish this. There's cauliflower here. Got a whole bunch of stuff in this. Okay, that's about 200 grams plus the 100 grams of rice. So that's 300 grams in my plate of food. More than sufficient. Now I'll microwave this for a minute and I'll be good to eat. Perfect. You got to lose 7 kilos. I think 7 months is great. Let's do this one more minute. Okay then. Perfect. Ready to eat. You need a spoon or anything?
Yeah.
Or a fork or...
No, just give me the middle spoon.
And you want the plastic spoon for the chicken?
Plastic spoon?
Means the serving spoon.
I'll take
Ah,
that
okay.
one.
Alright guys, if you have any questions, hit me up. If any of you are still making the dish or if you finished the dish, let me know. Have you tasted it yet? How's your sauce tasting? How's your chicken tasting? Give me some updates on your dish if your hands are free. Meanwhile, the food is ready, almost. Alright, excellent. We've done an hour so far on the stream. Yes, I do live in India. You're welcome and praise to the camera woman, Marissa.
Yeah.
Praises for you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Alright, that's done. Alright. Alright, I get my spoon. Fish, vegetables, rice in a Thai red curry sauce. Oh, that fish is still beautifully cooked, huh? Even though it's been reheated, just look at that fish. Look at that beautiful. Look at that. You guys can see it glistening. You guys can see it glistening. Now both of you can see it glistening. I'm just gonna break it up. Like I like one pot meal, so I just mix everything together. The fish is flaking apart beautifully. Yeah, now I've got my fish and rice. And one big floret of cauliflower. Can I actually put some more sauce on this? There we go. A little more sauce. Perfect. Let's start with my least favorite thing, the cauliflower. Bearable only because it's soaked in the red curry. Delicious. Whoops. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. Perfect. And of course, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask away. I feel like one of those mukbangers who just sits in front of the camera and eats. Hey Andrew, no worries. You can always watch the replay of the live stream. And I will be doing these, like I've said, once every 2 weeks. So you'll be able to catch me regularly. And I like this cook-along format where I decide the recipe in advance and I share the ingredients with you and we can keep doing these. So yeah, this was super fun.
What did you cook the rice in?
The same pork stock and also the sausages. Chris's pork sausages. A lot of pork went into that rice. So I guess there was some pork fat and whatever resting juices. Yep. Normal healthy mukbang. But I believe takers for that genre would be few and far between. But I think it's absolutely crazy that there have been actual deaths, like people have died from overeating because they do it for social media. Like there was I think a Chinese mukbanger whose stomach like exploded, and like that's just insane to me that somebody would like, I mean, I get the appeal of being viral and a content creator as opposed to doing some kind of other job, but something so unhealthy and like potentially harmful to you. I mean, I guess in some way there are also people who do it in sports, in like, you know, like not bungee jumping, but like all those stunt drivers. So maybe I mean, a lot of people take a lot of risks for content these days, so this is a normal portion of food.
I wonder the people watching this, what they are like. Do they overeat themselves?
Yeah, that's interesting. Who watches like 40 minutes of somebody eating insane amounts of food?
Are they people who are not able to eat much food?
I don't know. I mean,
Like watching people eat.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some conversation in the mukbang. I believe Blackfire songs, I may be wrong, but I think the original concept was just for people eating regular meals on camera to give others the illusion of company. Yeah. I thought that was it too. Yeah, it's just like lonely people in Korea would put it on so they had somebody to eat with. And then I think it just became this thing. No worries, Andrew. All good. Sahil is my real name. Demon Stealer is my stage name. So, all good. Oh, and if you're wondering sometimes who I'm talking to, there are people commenting on this live stream and there are people commenting on this live stream. There are two simultaneous live streams happening as we speak. It's also a great iPhone comparison to see how the colors are so different in both the phones. Like mine is much cooler. Marissa's phone is much warmer.
Yeah. I think it's the screen display.
Possibly. Almost done. Hello to everyone joining the live stream late. You can watch the replay for the recipe. It's going to be available for all of you. You can also find this recipe on headbangerskitchen.com, which is my website. So if you don't want to sit through a video, you can just go to the written recipe on headbangerskitchen.com. Look for chicken in mustard sauce. Excellent. How long is my holiday? I'm gone for a week. Like 8 days with travel. I think it's about 8 days with travel. I'm excited to eat a lot of Malaysian food. This would be my first visit to Malaysia, so I'm excited. And I'm also done with my meal, so fantastic. That was delicious. So, before I finally say goodbye, if you guys have any final questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Otherwise, like I said, I have 2 amazing recipes coming out this month on the new Headbangers Kitchen channel, not the old Headbangers Kitchen channel. I have a duck curry and a pork curry coming up. And when I come back, I will do another live stream like this as well. So not next week, the week following that possibly, or the week after that. But the idea is to alternate between live streams and new recipe videos. So 2 crisp, well-shot recipe videos every month, and 2 fun live streams like this where you can cook along with me. I'll decide the dish in advance and then we can make it together. So I'm not sure. Dipti has the list of all the dishes that we're going to eat in Malaysia. I'm still familiarizing myself with the names. But yeah. Hello Koyal Chatterjee, nice to see you. Any final questions? Dipti, what are we looking forward to eating in Malaysia? What Malaysian dishes, like the one I should be most excited about? Oh. Char kway teow. Assam laksa. Curry mee.
Nasi kandar.
There you go. That's all the dishes we're going to be eating. Many dishes we will be eating. What's the duck dish called? And the goose dish. Oh, clay pot rice. That is the one I'm most excited to eat. The clay pot rice. I'm absolutely tripping on Chinese food now. That's my new thing. Chinese food all over the world. Doesn't matter. In the Czech Republic, I ate Chinese. Delicious. Tried some in the UK. Didn't get a good restaurant. But yeah. Definitely love Chinese food. Alright guys, I'm going to go now. But it's been an absolute pleasure. See you soon and have a great day. And I will see you on the next episode of Headbangers Kitchen. Until then, cheers and keep cooking. Ooh, hey. Thank you. Bye-bye.